Hello, Moose Country. I'm Scott McIntosh. You may have seen the big news earlier today. Pleased to be joined now by the newest head coach of your Halifax Mooseheads. It's Andrew Lord. And Andrew, first of all, welcome to the Moose, officially ushering in a new era here in Halifax. We saw plenty of big moves at the QMJHL entry draft last weekend, and now your big announcement today. How does it feel to be the new head coach of the Moose?
Yeah, it's incredible. Just fired up, super excited, thankful for the opportunity. This is really amazing for myself personally, for my family. We're just super excited overall, and to hear and to find out more about the club in this process. The history of Halifax, obviously everything that's been achieved over the years. Now to get to be a part of that going forward means a lot, and just super fired up to get going. So it's going to be good.
The reigning ECHL Coach of the Year with the Greenville Swamp Rabbits there for a handful of years, also with the Cardiff Devils in the EIHL. Give us a rundown of your background. I know you're a Vancouver guy originally. Tell us a little bit about yourself, both as a player and a coach.
Yeah, been sort of everywhere, to be honest. Played went to University of RPI in upstate New York, and then made it on to the pro scene in Wheeling, West Virginia. Was there for the better part of 3 years. I was fortunate to get a call up to the American League in Oklahoma City and stuck there for about a year and a half, and then jumped overseas to Germany, then on to the UK, and got a really great break there. Getting to become the head coach of that organization. They had an ownership change, and one thing led to another, and then just a really memorable time there for many, many years. And then fortunately was able to get over to Greenville in the ECHL, which was another awesome opportunity under great ownership as well. And two great spots, and learned a lot through the process as a player. Bit of a rugged power forward, I would say. Hardworking, just doing the little things the right way, defensively responsible. And then as a coach, much of the same. Really hardworking, get better every day mindset, all about the team and the culture, and just really hoping to establish that great room and that buzz at the rink, and a real team, a real sum of our parts kind of team. So without being too long-winded, hopefully that gives you a little bit of a feel.
Yeah. Oh, I read when you left Cardiff, you were very successful there, moved on to Greenville. You wanted to accept a new challenge. I guess my question would be, why move on from Greenville now, where obviously you're doing well? Why Halifax? And is this another example of, taking on a new challenge in your life?
Yeah, I mean, it's been really hard decisions throughout. To leave Cardiff to go to Greenville was extremely difficult. Had an awesome setup there. Again, was super fortunate in Greenville. It was an elite spot in the league, great city, great fan base, good ownership. Really, I think we established a culture there the last couple of years. And this, that being said, to get a call from Halifax, it's everyone's telling me it's a top 5 CHL program. I believe it. I've obviously known the team from a distance for my whole life, and to see the history in the club, from the coaches to our GM Cam Russell, the years he's been around, to people like Nathan McKinnon, and the list goes on and on. And to get to be a part of that means so much to me, and I'm just super excited for it. And then for my own development as well, that's another big piece of this is getting to work with the young athlete, young player, helping them develop. That's a real passion of mine. Also, just it really is a mini NHL, right? We have 2 GMs, we have a whole coaching staff, or a whole scouting staff, excuse me. We're gonna have multiple assistant coaches, a goalie coach, a skills coach, video coach. Pushing me to have to manage more people and be a part of that, and really collaborate and work in a bigger team, much more like the NHL, where in the ECHL we're a little bit smaller staffed and we're wearing a ton of hats. This is going to really allow me to focus on the coaching, and I'm just super excited and can't wait to get going.
Tell me a bit about how it all came about with the Simons and with GM Cam Russell as well. To be clear, that they targeted you, right?
Yeah, just super fortunate. don't know obviously the total ins and outs, but yeah, had the first call with Cam Russell, which meant a lot. It was great to pick his brain a bit and hear his thoughts, and then great calls with both owners. And there's I don't have any direct relationships with the club, but a lot of people in the Maritimes I've either coached or played with, and again, just heard amazing things about the club throughout. So the whole process was really interesting. As we went along and got deeper and deeper into it, I could tell it was really sparked my interest, and was just a perfect fit again in my in my career path.
Yeah, some of those players that you cross paths with in your career in Cardiff included David Bryan, former Halifax Mooseheads, member of the alumni club here. Chris Culligan has been on the bench and a longtime player with the Cape Breton Eagles, as well as Cape Breton Eagles former player and current president Joey Haddad. Any conversations with those guys leading up to you accepting this position?
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been we always did well with the Maritimes boys over in Cardiff for whatever reason. Stephen Dixon as well is another
Right.
one. And yeah, I mean, Briner was great for us, just an awesome 200-foot player. Culligan, much of the same. And Haddad was a really big leader. And, we played together, and then way back in Wheeling years and years ago, and then was able to coach him in Cardiff for many years as well as Stephen Dixon. So talked to Haddad a ton in the days leading up to this, just bending his ear a little bit, getting his thoughts on everything, doing my own little bit of due diligence, and he obviously raved about the club. I'm sure he doesn't want us to be too good because it's a big rival, but no, it was fun to catch up with him, and I've thought just so highly of all those players over the years. That's definitely helped and helped with this process and this decision as well.
Have you ever been to Halifax before?
I have not, no, but I feel like I have between all your Moose Tracks videos, all of the Google searching the last little bit here. Yeah, I've done a bit of a deep dive, so I feel fairly familiar at this point without even being there.
Yeah. Any family will be coming with you, and I assume you'll be coming in August, right?
Yeah, it should be good. So we're getting the move in order here, and can't wait to get there. Start August. The wife, the baby boy, they're ready to go. So it should be a good haul over there, and just excited to get there.
I think fans will be interested to know what your coaching style is. Are you a guy that pushes the offense? You more on the defensive side? What can they expect from your team?
Yeah, I'd say a really well-rounded group, to be honest. We're going to be passionate first and foremost, extremely hardworking. Just our compete level is going to be off the charts, and we're just really going to be the sum of our parts. I can't stress that enough. It's going to be a real team game. Everyone's going to be bought in on both sides of the puck, and when we play good defense and we take time and space away, that's going to lead to more puck possession. And then we're going to go and we're going to be offensively driven. We're going to be good on the forecheck, and I think it's a really hard to play against mindset and a really exciting brand of hockey for the players to be involved in, and also obviously the fans.
Yeah, I think fans will agree that we are clearly going into a restructuring, retooling, whatever you want to call it, phase of this team, and they'll want to see a team that cares, a team that goes hard 100% during the game, and gives that effort. And excited to see what happens there. How do you set goals for a season where perhaps maybe a lot of wins aren't expected in this first season under your belt?
Yeah, it's it's really just focusing in on the process, to be totally honest, and just being relentless about getting better every day. And we're obviously going to have a ton of individual player goals on their own development, what they need to get better at after we have some good sit downs with the GMs and our coaching staff, and we're going to have strict plans with each player, and then from there collectively as a group, it's really going to be about getting better every day and pushing that envelope. And I'm very familiar with a rebuild sort of thing. Fortunately, in Cardiff and Greenville, you're able to sort of re-sign a new team each year. So the drafting of the queue obviously makes this potentially a little bit of a slower process, but very familiar with improving players from the start of the year to the end of the year. And we have a lot of confidence that we're going to be able to just scratch and claw and I think we're going to look a lot different by the end of the year from the beginning, and that's exciting, right? I think anytime you're getting better every day and bringing that passion, that energy, it's exciting to be around people like that, and that culture every day is going to be awesome at our rink. I can guarantee that.
Is there anyone that coached you along the way that kind of, stood out, that inspired you, that you use to this day as a coach?
I've been really fortunate. I've had incredible coaches. The list goes on and on. To be honest, I had Seth Appert, who's Buffalo's assistant coach. I've had Jim Montgomery as a coach, who's obviously Boston's head coach. I've had Todd Nelson, who's in the Calder Cup Finals, leading the Hershey Bears. The list really goes on and on. John Rublowski, really great coach over the years, helped me a lot. Rocky Thompson, just all the way through. Kind of my skill development mentor back home, Ron Johnson in Vancouver. He's helped me since I was a kid. All these people have helped shape me. And, I think like any coach, you take a little bit from everybody and you put your own spin on it and your own touch with your own personality. And I've been really fortunate to be mentored all the way along, and continue to do so here more than ever, really, with I think some of the extra time I'm going to have just purely on the coaching side of things.
Well, October 4th can't come soon enough for fans here in Moose Country. It's our home opener against a big test, the Quebec Remparts, two of the flagship franchises going head to head. Can't wait to see it, and can't wait to have you here in Halifax. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, thanks so much. Can't wait to get going.